Good morning. Welcome to my word for the day. I'm Lee Watson. I had a little challenge this morning finding my word for the day. I wanted to do something that I hadn't done for some time, and something that was meaningful to me, and I found it. It took me a little while, but I found it. And the word today is resilience. This comes to us from the Virtues Project. Where are they? They're over here. There they are. Virtuesproject.com. They produce this set of 100 cards, just cards with words on them, words that are good words. And as a business advisor, as a kind of a personal advisor or mentor, an entrepreneur, an adventurer, I find these things to be helpful in my day-to-day life, not just in life, but in business and in everything. So I'm going to talk about resilience today because I'm not the poster child for resilience. I have my ups and downs, and I know some people who are super resilient, and it's inspirational to see. You must know somebody who just, they get a challenge in life of some sort, and they acknowledge it, they deal with it a little bit, and then they come back, and they come back strong. And for me, there's sometimes a delay there where I have to really process it and decide whether or not I think that I messed up, or I was somehow misled or wronged. And that stuff doesn't matter. When bad things happen, um, what do we do about it? Well, we learn from it if we can, if there's something to be learned, and then we move on, and we add that little bit of knowledge and wisdom to our storehouse of knowledge and wisdom, and we go on with life, making it better each day. Every day should be just maybe a little bit better than the last day. Now, when you've been around as long as I have, that means there's a lot of improvement to be made over time. And with God's help, I hope that I can and will do that. And I wish that for you as well. Okay, let's dive into resilience here. This is our word for the day today, resilience. I don't know if you can see that or not, but here we go. Resilience is the strength of spirit to recover from adversity. As we all know, there's plenty of adversity out there to be had. The strength of spirit to recover from that adversity. When we experience disappointment, loss, or tragedy, we find the hope and courage to carry on. As I mentioned at the outset, bad things happen, and it takes some courage sometimes to carry on. And that's what resilience is made of, that courage to carry on, to come back stronger, to learn from it. Things like mindfulness and strength. And there's so many things that come to mind as the ingredients in that courage. But let's keep going. Humor lightens the load when it seems too heavy. Now, some of you know how to use this well. Some of you are naturally inclined to use humor as a tool to lighten the spirit, to lighten the room, to lighten the people around you with some humor. And when I say humor, I mean humor that's really honest, and it's not sarcasm, and and self-degradation kind of stuff. It's deprecation is the word I was looking for. It's not like that. The humor that is genuinely interesting, thoughtful. I heard a story about this recently about a man who he was on his deathbed, and he had his colleagues around him, and this was like his last day, and the people lined up in order of their rank, their hierarchy, from the smartest, most connected to the least smart and connected. So the first fella asks him, Master, what are your last words? And the old man said, life is a river. Okay, so this person sent that down the line to each of the people, and it got to the last person who was not the brightest star in the sky, and he said, well, what do you mean life is a river? And it traveled back through the line of people, back to the smartest guy, and he said back to the master who was on his deathbed, what do you mean life is a river? And the master said, maybe it's not like a river. And if you think about that for a moment, for that guy to come up with something like that, and then just say, yeah, maybe that's not right. That is the kind of humor that is so basic, so thought-provoking. That kind of stuff really grabs my attention. So I thought that was really fun. Okay, we overcome obstacles by tapping into a deep well of faith and endurance. And endurance comes to mind for me. Faith, that's one of my strong points. I have faith. I have faith in God. I have faith in myself. I have faith in the people around me who do such wonderful work. But endurance, sometimes I'd like to have more endurance. So I guess I should put that on my list. At times of loss, we come together for comfort. Yeah, that's so important. Developing a community like we're trying to do here with Business Beyond Numbers and Green Cow, building that community allows us to have a group of people that we can connect with, contact when we need to. If we're just alone and isolated, we lose that ability to bounce thoughts and ideas and cares and challenges and disappointments off of other people in hopes that we'll gain some insight into how this life really works and what we can do to improve it. We grieve and then we move on. Yeah. We create new memories. When we're resilient, we take what we've learned in this situation and we create a new memory with it. And that allows us to use that experience to benefit ourselves and the people around us from then on. We discern the learning that can come from hardship. We know all about this, that learning comes from hardship, and learning is really important. We can learn from a mistake and hopefully not habitually repeat that mistake. And that's what learning from hardship means. It's, when things happen, bad things happen, let's learn everything that we can from it and use that to build our character. We don't cower in the face of challenge. We engage fully in the dance of life. What a great thought. Engage fully in the dance of life. Okay, there's a quote on the back of here from Friedrich Nietzsche. It says, and you've heard this or something like it before, I'm sure. That which does not destroy strengthens. If it doesn't kill us, it makes us stronger. I mean, we've heard it in 1,000 different ways. It's true. And that's where resilience comes in. If it doesn't break us down completely, we become stronger for it. So what does the practice of resilience look like? When trouble comes, I stay strong. Even if I suffer for a moment or a while, I stay strong. I have the flexibility to bounce back. That's what we're talking about. Bounce back. I have the faith to overcome. And that faith can be in God. It can be in ourselves. It can be in the people around us. Faith is something that we can't necessarily see, but we know it's there. We believe it, and it strengthens us. I find comfort in community. That is so true. When we have a community that we can embrace, we can rely on, we can ask questions to, when we have that community, we have such a great resource. Let's build our communities. I trust hardship to cultivate my character. Yeah, we all need character building. I'm first on the list, and I want to build my character into something that's really meaningful, helpful. I want to be a good and faithful servant to everyone I help, the business people, the everybody, the children, everybody I encounter. I want to be a good servant to those people. I fully engage in living. I'm pretty good with that. As an adventurer, and honestly, this year was an interesting year. And normally in summertime in the Chicago area where I live, we have Lake Michigan as a wonderful resource. Freshwater lake, large lake. It's over 300 miles long and 65 miles wide. It's a big lake, 927 feet deep at its deepest. And I use it mainly for taking people on sailboat rides. Well, this year didn't happen. With illnesses in the family and challenges of all kinds, illnesses in myself, it just wasn't a year. The boat never made it off the hard. It's out of the water, and it's September is right around the corner. So you know what? That's okay. I need to spend some time preparing the boat for winter and preparing for a great year of sailing next year. That happens. That's part of being engaged in life. And sometimes things don't work out exactly as we hope. And so, by the way, if you're interested ever in going sailing, I'm happy to do that. In fact, when I go on vacation, in the past, I have taken people for sailboat rides in other parts of the world on different oceans and stuff. And that's fun. And we can talk about that. Okay, I'm thankful for the gift of resilience. It keeps me growing, and we do need to grow. Okay, well, I've gone over time again. I sure do appreciate you. I appreciate all the people who are our sponsors, the people who call me with business challenges or personal challenges, who just want to talk about things that interest them. That's why I'm here. I'm still working on what I want to be when I grow up, but what I do know is that it has everything to do with serving people with the gifts and talents and abilities that I have. And so I will continue to do that as long as I am able and valuable. If I don't provide value to people, then I need to rethink what it is that I'm doing. So If you think I might be able to provide some value to you, please contact me. Now, I want to thank the sponsors, of course. I want to thank all the people who watch this, whether it's live or the replay, the people who send the little thumbs up and the hearts and shares, and the people who write the comments in the chat part, whatever that's called. Um, I really do appreciate that so much. It helps me to see that maybe somebody finds value in something that I said, and maybe somebody else finds value in something else that I said. But overall, it all adds up to being a good servant, and that's what I want to be. So I look forward to serving you too. Okay, as always, I like to end with a reminder to do something nice for somebody else today. And if you have the resources to do something nice for a whole bunch of people, do that. Let's be that light in the world. Let's be that source of hope and peace and joy and love and caring and resilience, because we can if we work at it. If we decide that that's what we want to do, we want to be part of the solution, we can do that. It doesn't take a lot of time. It doesn't take a lot of money. It takes the willingness to be of service to other people in some way with the gifts and talents and the things that you just really love. Sharing those things with other people, that's a good thing. Okay, well, I wish you a wonderful day. Uh, as you know, you are responsible 100% for how you react, respond, receive everything that happens during your day. And so make the very best of it. You are responsible for making the best day that's possible in this challenging world. I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.